Hey, back at it again. This time it's on a review of the 2021 movie Jolt. So the plot of this movie is this lady named Lindy Lewis, played by Kate Beckinsale, is this woman and she kind of has superpowers in a way, I guess. She has this disorder and anger problems, and she becomes really stronger and more powerful than normal whenever she gets angry, and she has sudden bursts of fury, and she frequently has visions of like what what's the worst outcome that can happen if she reacts, and stuff like that happens. And uh, she befriends a guy named Justin, played by Jai Courtney, and Justin later dies. So Lindy has to get revenge on the murderer of the on the murderer who killed Justin. So yeah, she's just got to save the day. This was a very fun movie. I actually quite enjoyed it. It's it's a comedy in a way. It's an action comedy because yeah, there is kind of a lot of one-liners. Well, not a lot of one-liners, but okay, yeah, there is kind of a bit, but they don't get irritating really. But because I mean, this isn't like based on an already existing character, so it's not out of character for her. This is a totally different thing. It's not a based on a comic or a novel or anything, but I thought it had a really neat idea of like she's kind of like the Hulk in a way, but not really. Instead of turning into a giant monster, she's like kind of like Jubilee from X-Men, where she has these outbursts and she can have these explosive attacks, and it's really cool. And you get some really good visuals with some of that. I mean, throughout like a lot of the movie, she does wear a vest to prevent all that, but like you get my point. Like when it happens, it happens. And the supporting cast is good too. Bobby Cannavale, he's a talented guy. He's always good to see. Stanley Tucci, great actor. I really like him, and yeah, he's in the movie quite a lot, and I do think he was a good pick. Susan Sarandon appears at one point. I'm not going to say when, but yeah, the cast for the most part, I think it really worked for a movie like this. It's very stylized, which of course, I love that kind of stuff. It's like whether it's like a neon setting or when it needs to be gritty, it needs to look gritty. It's kind of like Atomic Blonde in a way. I mean, the fighting choreography is definitely not as cool as that movie, but I think, the action scenes when they're there, I think they're quite good. And Kate Beckinsale, I thought she was a great lead. She's kind of one of those ones where like she like seems so classy, but yet she's definitely like a big action star. Like if you've seen Underworld, you would know. And not to mention, she still looks really good for her age. She does have blonde in this hair in this movie, but I still think she's a hot blonde. And yeah, it's kind of different from Underworld a little bit because Underworld's kind of a movie that also kind of felt like a comic book movie, just like this one, but they're not based on existing properties. And yeah, if you like superhero movies, kind of, if you want a movie that's like kind of has the feeling of one, I think this is a good one to check out. It's pretty short though. It's literally only an hour and 32 minutes. I think it could have been a little longer, but it didn't feel rushed. The pacing was good and I had fun. So, yeah, Jolt, I actually had a lot of fun with. If you have Amazon Prime Video, then I think it's worth a viewing if you like action comedies or if you just like movies with really stylized visuals. I think there's a lot of ways this could, I guess, impress you. I think it's worth a viewing. I was pretty entertained, so that's my review of Jolt. See you later.